Hi everyone, it's Thursday evening again, and you know what that means. It's time for our live chat. You're watching Priti Raichura, and of course, today you know that I'm going to be joined by a very famous person all the way in Italy. And for those of you that have seen all the promotional material, he's no stranger to a lot of people. His name is Angelo Garini, and I have actually had the pleasure of meeting him and working with him in Italy, and of course visiting Switzerland with him as well. And if you're lucky, we may even share some photos with you. But let me try and see if I can add Angelo to your screen. And we can also chat with him. Hi, Angelo, a very warm welcome to you here virtually to the UK. Oh, I can't hear you. 1 second, let me just unmute. I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm telling you that it's really a pleasure, and it's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, thank you. And how are you keeping in Italy with everything that's going on?
So we passing through a very bad period, but I think that our government work in a very good way. So they have been very strong with what we have to do for 3 months. But now the situation is really better, and since yesterday we haven't anymore. We aren't anymore obliged to use the mask when we go outside, and so life day by day, little by little, is now normal.
Oh, that's really good to hear.
Yes, we have to pay attention. We have a lot of rules to follow, but the worst period is for sure past.
That's really, really good to hear, because Italy has always been a #1 destination, has always been a #1 country, not just for like designer wear, but it's also very well known for famous Indian weddings. And lots of people know that. And you, of course, have been involved in some of them.
Yes, I know. Italy is a wonderful country, as everyone know in the world. It's one of the top destination for a spectacular wedding, and since a few years is now very fashion for Indian people. So it's I'm very happy because I love India. I love to work with Indian people. I have many friends in India, so I wear my Nehru jacket, as you can see.
I know. I was gonna say, you're looking very. Yeah, you look. In fact, Angelo, since I last saw you, which was in December last year, so only about 7 months ago, is when I was there in Italy with you. You've tanned, so you look Indian today.
I think it's the summer color, but I don't stay anymore in the sun. But
Yeah.
my skin it become bronze also if I stay in the shadow.
You look more Indian than I do.
Yes, sure. But when I'm in India,
Yeah.
sometimes I think that I'm an Indian man. So I'm so happy.
And
So and as I told you, Italy is very famous now for wedding, for Indian wedding. So I'm more than happy about this, and I'm more than happy to welcome everyone that want to come to Italy.
yes, yes. And for me, when I was in Italy, all of you guys made me feel like I was at home. And now I know that I have family in Italy. We've actually got a few people from Italy joining us. We have Emilia Alla joining us, and she's saying, "Ciao, my friends, ciao." I also have Samir joining us, and he's saying, "Ciao, Priti and Angelo." So Samir, a brother from another mother is what I say. So again, we were all together in Italy when I was there, and it was a pleasure to meet all of you. But today, Angelo, it's a great pleasure for me to have you here, and I just wanted to ask. I know lots about you because I had the pleasure of spending a few days with you. For all the people that are joining us live, please say a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, so I have my own story. It's a combination of what I am, or what I do, or what I love, and this is something that I consider a very big thing, because I can do what I like, and I can do what I want to be, also in my job. So first of all, I'm an architect, interior designer, especially interior designer, and I'm also a wedding designer. That's the subject that we are treating now. I'm author. I wrote 2 books. I'm working on 2 new books. And I've been the anchorman of 2 very important Italian TV shows. And this is what I can say in my biography, but about my biography. But most of all, I love creativity. I'm a creative man. I love creativity, art, design, beauty in different expression. And so I love my country. I love Italy, and I mix everything that I love in my job, transforming everything in a particular lifestyle, in a particular way of life, because I love beauty, and so I try to bring beauty in everyone's life. In their house, if I design a project for interior design, in their wedding or event, if I work as a wedding designer, in my magazine, in my books, showing how you can bring beauty in your life, in every moment of your life, in every occasion.
No, absolutely. And I've had the pleasure of reading some of your books, because when I was with you in Italy, and you gave me a few of your books, and I still have them. So thank you very much for that. And they're absolutely beautiful, because some of the work that you have designed, and in fact, I know we just spoke initially that you're Italian, you look very Indian, you even speak some Hindi words, and you have a strong association with India, because you love Indian culture, you love Indian beauty, and I know your secret is about loving Indian silk.
Yes, exactly. I think that maybe in my past, if I if I research my genealogy, for sure I found some Indian ancestor, because I love India since when I was very young, and India is a part of the story of my family as well, because I always like to tell that I had I've been very lucky, because I had special grandparents, special parents as well. But my grandfather was a very famous architect. He was a very creative person. He loved to travel, and in the 30s he reached India by ship, and so I have a series of pictures of different parts of India in the 30s, and I had the occasion to listen by him the story of how was India in the 30s. And then, because I love table setting, table decoration, that's part of my job, of my life, as well as interior designer, as well as wedding designer. And so I collect a lot of things: tablecloths, bone china, silver silver cutlery, and so on. And the first tablecloth that I received from my grandmother as a gift when I was very young, it's an Indian tablecloth. So India is in my destiny since I was very young, because my grandmother preparing a party for the family using this beautiful tablecloth, and when I saw, I felt in love, and so I say, oh my God, I want for me, but I was just 6 years old, and my grandmother say, okay, I will gift you, and so it's been the first of a series, and I have now many from the family, but many also that I bought later in India.
Amazing, that's amazing. And I think maybe in your past life you were Indian. Like I keep saying, you definitely look Indian to me. But
yes. And then I know, and that Italian people and Indian people are very similar. For example, we have a very, very long history. So as in Italy, we have beautiful art example from every period. Also in India, you have a long history, so the Indian art is beautiful, and we are very attached to our family. So I know that Indian people as well love family. They're very friendly, so we are very similar.
Yeah, absolutely. The culture is very similar. And like I said, when I spent a few days with all of you in Italy last December, you all made me feel like family. And now I comfortably say to everyone, I have family in India, in Italy, because Italy is my second home. And that's exactly how I feel. So
You have to come back soon because
Oh, I will be as
I
soon
will
as.
be more.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to come back very, very soon. And like I said, we've got Amelia is joining us. We have Samir also joining us. And Samir, I'm sure you know, is in India at the moment.
Yes, yes.
And Samir, another wedding planner who I work very, very closely with from Italy. So we work together as planners. And we'll be talking to Samir when he's back in Italy. But you are our preferred designer that we work with. And in fact, he's just put, hey, Angelo, you are my favorite from Italy. I love you, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
He's also put, we are similar, or Italian and India. Yes, we are. In fact, the color of our flags are very similar as well. So yes, lots of different.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it's true. It's true.
Lots of similarities. And of course, our culture is also very, very similar. Now, I wanted to ask you a few things. I wanted to ask you, what has been your most memorable event? I know you've been to India a few times, but I also know that you've done some wonderful work in Italy. But what has been your most memorable event that you have actually created?
So one of the most beautiful, it's been a wedding that organized in Venice. And we had to work to organize different days, so 5 days, so different celebration, different parties, and it's been very nice because, as I told you, I love our history of our art, and so I proposed to my client, to the couple, to realize different situation, different setting, different color, according to different period of our art history. So Renaissance, Baroque, Romantic, and 19th century. And so I worked to organize 5 different parties in 5 different nights. And so that one is for sure one of the most memorable that I organized in Venice. But I remember also a beautiful wedding that I organized in Capri, another one that I organized in a private 18th century palace in Sicily, near Palermo. And talking about Indian wedding, I organized a very nice wedding last spring 2019, for an Indian couple from London. And it's been really nice because I organized on Lake Maggiore. You know that my summer family house is on Lake Maggiore.
Yes.
Right now, I'm in the villa overlooking the lake. I'm sorry that I can show you, but I wait for you here to show directly how much is beautiful our lake. And I call it my kingdom. And so I organized in my villa this beautiful wedding for this couple. So nice, and we are in contact until now. We are friends now, and so this is a sweet memory that I put in the best part of my diary.
Yeah, no, amazing. And I have actually seen your summer house, because I've seen some of the beautiful pictures you've been posting on your social media platforms, and it does absolutely beautiful. In fact, I've seen that drone shot, so you can see a real clear view of the lake and how beautiful it is. And in fact, Italy is absolutely beautiful, and there's so many different areas within Italy that you can get married, and it can be really intimate and very, very beautiful. And then having a planner, having a designer like yourself working with those planners makes it even more beautiful, because when the whole team is together to execute such a beautiful, wonderful wedding, you know that we all specialize in our own different areas, but when we all come together, we can create something really magical.
For sure. For sure. I'm totally agree. You know, I'm a creative and I need a planner. So you are my planner from India.
Yes,
People from England, people from India to Italy, and I'm the creative part of the team. And as you said, Italy is so different. We are not a very big country, but we have such a lot of different and beautiful places from north to south, from the mountain to the seaside, and we have to show. It's amazing because sometimes when I'm in India, people ask me, talk with me, and they said, "Yes, we know that you have a beautiful sea, but if you want a winter wedding, we have to go on the Alps that are in Switzerland." And they say, "Please don't say that, because the chain the crown, the chain of the Alps is very long. It's just a small piece in Switzerland, but the 80% is in Italy.
And yeah, absolutely. I know it's only a driving distance because we went by car from Italy to Switzerland when I was there. But
Yes.
Italy is absolutely.
Yes, but we went together in a beautiful place in Switzerland for sure, but we had many beautiful places on the Alps in Italy, on the Italian Alps, and we have the Dolomites that are property of UNESCO. So we have beautiful mountains, we have beautiful seaside everywhere, we are a peninsula, so every part of Italy is overlooking the sea. And then we have the country, we have Tuscany that's very famous, but we have, for example, Umbria, that's a more exclusive territory that you have to discover. Then we have the island, that we have the Sicily, that it's beautiful, Lake Maggiore, as I told you, beautiful town. So everything that you want.
Yes, no, absolutely, absolutely. Now, Angelo, you've written some books, and you're also in the process of writing more books. What can we expect to see in those books? Because I know through conversations we've had, you're also writing a book on Indian weddings. So that will be really interesting to read. What can we expect to read?
So the book that I finished last month, and now it's in the hand of the editor and publisher, it's really a manual for wedding planner, because we are wedding planner, but especially in Italy there are a lot of confusion. And so I think that it's important to teach to people that want to do this job how the job could be nice, but how it could be also complicated, and how many things you have to learn. So I wrote this manual to teach how to do this job from the beginning to the wedding cake. That's the last moment I can say it's the end of my job, and also talking about the destination wedding for people from abroad, and teaching that it's not enough to say I want to organize destination wedding, I want to work with Indian people, but you have to know how is an Indian wedding. You have to know how to welcome Indian people, because we are very similar for sure, but we are different. So you have a different food, you have different ceremonies, you have different music. So it's important, if you want to do this job, and if you want to do a perfect wedding planner or wedding designer, you have to welcome your client in the best way. And to do this, you have to know what they want. If I invite you at my home, I try to do my best to make you comfortable. And if you want to have tea 24 hours a day, you have to, it's okay. I provide for you tea, just to make a simple example. So I wrote all this part in my books. And then I'm working on two other books now. One is about history of the table setting from Greek, Roman Empire, Egyptian, Renaissance, Baroque, all the history, because you know that in Italy we had the most famous wedding planner of history, that Leonardo da Vinci, because everyone knows Leonardo da Vinci, but just few people know. That he has been the first wedding planner of history. So I talk about all this part, and about table setting, how to prepare the perfect table, how to present every dishes, how to put the glasses, how to put the forks, the knife, and so on. And another one is a book that I'm writing, telling the story of everything that I have in my family for table setting, because I have the honor to be part of a very, very old family, and with a very long story. So we had a family palace where we had everything for reception, because my family used to, my great-great-grandfather, grandparents used to have a special party. So in the 19, in the 18, and so I consider myself the spiritual, how can I say, not heritage, the person that received the heritage from my family. So I had beautiful table setting for every occasion from my family. I use sometimes some plates that are from 19th century, so 150 years old. And I want to show in the book the story of every part, because when I have a guest, they love to listen my story, and so I tell the story. This plate was from my great grandfather. It was being especially for him or for her, and so I'm working on this.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait. I do expect a signed copy, Angelo. So make
Yes,
sure
for sure, for sure.
make sure the first one is saved for me. I will be waiting for that.
Absolutely.
All right. We have obviously when we met in Italy when I was there in December, and like I said, Samir was there. In fact, Samir has just put that he's inviting all of his friends from India because he's in India at the moment as well, and of course all the people here from the UK. We're hoping that we are going to bring India, UK, and Italy, and we're going to meet in Italy and create something amazing.
Yes.
That's what we want to do, and we have you with us as our Indian Italian designer that is going to help us put that concept together. So as soon as I'm just waiting for Samir to come back, and we are definitely going to start working on Italian weddings. Like I said, we had the pleasure of meeting in Italy at a very well-known hotel, and we were working together in designing an Indian wedding. Now, if you had one wish, who would you like to design an Indian wedding for, or a wedding for?
So I love to organize, to design the wedding for nice people, first of all, because I really love the relationship that we can build with our clients. It's not correct to call them clients. They are more people for whom we're realizing something. Yeah. But if I can have the opportunity to choose someone, I have I admire a lot of persons that already married since many years, but I consider a model the Queen Elizabeth. So
I knew you were going to say that. I just thought that's going to come, and you said it. Oh my God, that's so funny. That is so funny.
Yes, I really consider a model, and I brought to her, and she answered to me.
Oh, so really?
Yes, I've been very honored to receive a letter from the Queen, and wow. So if we can imagine to do something magic, we can go in the past, and I like to organize her wedding in Italy.
Ah, how wonderful! So maybe a royal wedding even, and yes. Of course, Angelo, I know that some of your friends in India. And of course, when we met and we were sitting and we were having dinner together, we were talking about some of the friends and the relationships you have with Maharajas in India.
Yes.
So you're already linked to the royals in India.
Yes, exactly. I had the pleasure to know very well one of the 5 Catholic Maharaja, Indian Maharaja, because for sure Maharaja are Hindu. But there are 5 families that are Catholic, and they've been converted into Catholic religion from St. Thomas. So it's incredible, because St. Thomas was one of the friends of Jesus. So it's been really a pleasure to meet this Maharaja and to talk with him. And because he also come very frequently to Italy for his job. So I had some contact with them, and I really love the Maharaja style, the Maharaja palaces, the Maharaja lifestyle. And when I turned 50, now it's 3 years ago, because now I'm 53. Okay. When I turned 50, I organized my birthday party here in my garden, in my villa, and the theme was Maharaja Night.
That's so right. I remember you showing me.
Yes, everyone wear Indian kurta, Indian sari, so it's been really nice.
Wow, see, and you know and understand the culture, so well. So all those people that are joining us live, that are even thinking of having an Italian wedding in India, well, of course we already have the perfect.
Exactly. I will be more than happy, and that's what I desire to do, to organize a wedding in Italy for Indian people, because as I told you, we are very similar, and I'm sure that we can realize a perfect combination of Indian style with my personal style. For example, I love colors. You know that for a European, most of the time the color for a flower in the wedding is white. And when I received the first visit of a bride, I asked, which is your favorite color? And she said, I think to white, maybe a little bit of pink. And I always answer, white is not, if you use white, you for sure you don't do a mistake, but why don't you consider colors? And I really love colors as Indian people, so my wedding are a festival of colors. It's like Holi.
Well, like Holi, yes, absolutely. And I did warn everybody that, Angelo, you even speak Hindi and you've already been coming out with sari, kurta, Holi. You've got a real good understanding of the whole culture. So,
Maharaja.
And Maharaja, and even Indian food. Which is your best Indian food? What's your favorite Indian food?
So, I don't like very spicy.
Okay,
so
I remember that.
Yes, when I'm in India, I always look for the food of the south of India because I know that it's much more sweet. And I really love, for example, the rice with chicken or with shrimp and the coconut sauce.
Oh, so more South Indian, like kind of food like dosa, idli.
Yes.
You like that kind of stuff
Yes,
as well.
and then I really love the sweets. What's the name of the small one with very sugar? I don't remember.
Gulab jamun?
Yes, gulab jamun. Yes, exactly.
Little donuts in syrup. Gulab jamun.
That's my favorite. And most of all, I'm in love with Indian tea. I drink a lot of tea. I'm a strange Italian because I don't drink coffee at all.
I remember.
I don't drink wine at all. But I really love tea. I really love tea. So when I'm in India, it's my country, because when I'm in Italy, if you have a meeting, they offer a coffee, and they always say no, thank you.
Yeah.
And when I'm in India, I have my office at the Taj Ambassador in Delhi, and so I have a meeting at 10, a meeting at 11, a meeting at 12. Every hour I have my masala tea. I love it. I love it.
And you know that I'm waiting for you to visit the UK, because as soon as you do, I am going to be serving you Indian masala tea. I'm going to make you some masala dosas, and I'm going to serve you lots of Indian sweet dishes, because I know you like that as well. And don't worry, I won't give you coffee, because I do remember that you don't drink coffee. In fact, when I was with you guys in Italy, I'm not a coffee drinker. But while I was there, every 20 minutes, somebody's offering coffee. And I was like, yeah, I'll have a coffee. Just in those 3 days I was with you guys, I became a coffee addict. And that's something I don't but it was nice. And you know that, you know, the Indian culture is very much prominent here in the UK as well. So we've got pockets of a very highly populated Indian areas here in the UK. So Leicester, one of them, which is where I'm based, but I work all over the UK. London, Manchester, Birmingham. We've got big pockets of the Indian community, or the Asian community, if you like. And you know, as you know, we've had lots and lots of inquiries for Indian weddings, and we will be bringing them to Italy. I know that the whole world has had this challenge of COVID-19, but we're getting over it. We will come over it. We will.
Yes, we have to be positive.
Absolutely.
Sure. I'm positive. I'm personally very positive all the time in every occasion of my life, but especially now. And I'm sure that the worst part of this situation is past, and now we have to be very safe. We have to be very careful, but we can look in our future with optimism, for sure. And Italy is always here to wait for you, for your couple, and so.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I said, I can't wait. Now, Italy, Angelo, has become well known for hosting weddings, and lots of people will know that, you know, Italy hosted a very famous Bollywood wedding as well, not so long ago. And of course, Italy has become very popular, not just for people from the UK, but also it's become a destination for lots of rich and wealthy families from India as well.
Yeah.
What are the main reasons to choose Italy as a destination for couples to get married in? Why would they choose it?
First of all, for the beautiful environment that we have, because you can choose beautiful, beautiful places. You can stay outside. You can have a beautiful party in the open air. That's quite different from India, because I know that the wedding season in India is October, November, is in winter because of the temperature, and but most of the wedding are inside, and except if you go in the Mirage Palace where you can use a garden, but the most part of the reception is inside. While in Italy we have a beautiful environment, so the most beautiful location, the most beautiful villas, palaces, a beautiful garden. So you can reach us because we have beautiful environment, because we are very friendly, because we have beautiful places, secret places, because for sure, most of the people know Venice, know Rome, but we have much more than this. And so every time we can offer some secret place that can be the perfect stage where to organize a real fairy tale wedding. And just in Italy, we have the 75% of the whole heritage of the world, artistic, architectural, historical heritage of the world. 75% is in Italy. So you can have a catalog, we can call it a catalog of beautiful places where to go. We have beautiful and very good food that combine very well with Indian food.
Yes, that's right.
The quality of our service is very high. We have beautiful hotels, 5-star hotels. Our standard is very, very, very high compared with other countries. So exclusivity, in just one word, exclusivity to have your unique fairy tale wedding. This is what I can say.
And while I was there, I had the pleasure of being taken around by Samir, and he showed me some beautiful, beautiful destinations, some very amazing hotels, some beautiful resorts that were overlooking the lake, that had a beautiful terrace. So it can all be done. And like I said, when the team comes together, we can make magic happen. We can make that magical, any dream come true, basically. So
yes, exactly. And moreover, Indian wedding is done by different functions. And so if you choose a place, in the same place, you can have different venues, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how much that you want, different, but in the same area. So you can fix the place, and then you can move your guests, and every night you can present something special, something different, because Italy is so rich that in the same area you can have different choices. And this is another characteristic that's very important, especially for the Indian wedding, that request different places for different functions.
Yes, no, absolutely. I mean, we've had a request not so long ago, and Samir and I are already working on something, to find the best location for this particular couple where, like what you just said, they want the whole family to stay together and have different functions. So there's going to be 4 functions before the actual wedding, but they want to stay in one place. And I'm just waiting for Samir to go back to Italy so that we can continue with the plans. And of course, when the borders open, which they already are in the next few weeks, I too will be flying over to Italy, and I'll be meeting with all of you guys and meeting with yourselves so that we can get planning. But it's not now just about me, it's also about you, Angelo, because I am waiting for you to come to the UK. Now, when can all these people that are here joining us, and I'm just going to go through some of the messages. We've got Jaswinder, who's also joining us, and Jaswinder was on the program a few weeks ago. She's a celebrant from the UK, and she's just saying, hello guys, so good to hear how weddings are going well in Italy, so thank you. And yes, we're all going through this very challenging time at the moment, but we will all overcome this. And we also know, according to the UK government guidelines, that outdoor weddings, hopefully, you can have up to like 30 people. But I think abroad, is it more than 30 people in Italy? If it's an outdoor
So
wedding?
now it's possible. It's possible to celebrate wedding. It's possible to celebrate without the mask. We have to respect the number of guests at the moment. But for example, from August we will start with the season. So we lost May, June, July for sure. But August, September, October, we will have a lot of wedding also because someone that choose the spring, the last spring, postpone the date in October, and you have to know that October is the weather is beautiful in Italy, the temperature is perfect, so we go a little bit more forward in the autumn, and we lost spring, but we gain autumn this year. And now it's safe because every venue is very so the laws are very rigid. The laws are very rigid. So and everyone respects them. So I am very proud because you know that we Italian people, we are very friendly. We are very how can I say? Every time we are ready to celebrate. To make party and so on, and sometimes we create a little bit of confusion but in this situation everyone has been so respectful. For example, you know that in England everyone stay in the line if you have to in the queue when you have to wait. In Italy this is a little bit difficult because everyone go together in front of the place where you have to enter. Not now. Not now. I use the train. I've been in the station. I traveled 2 weeks ago, and everyone. I use the tube. Everyone is very respectful of the place where you have to stay, of the line that you have to respect. So I'm sure that everything will be in the best way.
Good. No, and like I said, I'm really looking forward to coming back. But when are you coming to the UK?
I hope as soon as possible because I told you that I love my country, but I really love England. So India and England. So I can't wait to see you there.
Absolutely.
You have to organize something to present Italy to your clients, to your audience, to everyone that you know there.
Yeah, we're working on a Italy Day. And I'm just waiting for Samir to come back home, and I'm saying home being Italy because Italy is my home. Because I was, like I said, it was like we were all there working together as one big family. So as soon as Samir is back from India to Italy, he's also, I don't know if you know the good news, but he's also now the president of the Indian Weddings for Italy. So we will be hosting and inviting you to the UK. Where we will be having an Indian-Italian Day here in the UK as soon as we're able to do so. In fact, when I was there, we also met with the Indian High Commissioner's office, so we have the support of the Indian High Commissioner as well. We also have the support of the Tourism Board, so we will be working with everybody, and of course, with the experts like you, we can't go without you, so we want you to be here with us in the UK when we, get around to organizing this. So of course you will be here as part of my family, and I'll serve you masala tea all day.
Thank you so much, because it will be really a wonderful occasion to work together and to present our project. I tried to talk with Samir this morning. He called me yesterday, but I was very busy because I had a 3-day course in my home here, so I've been very busy. And then I tried to call him, but maybe the connection wasn't good. And then I have another meeting today. So because I'm in my summer family house, but I'm not on a holiday. I work a lot.
That's your home.
It's completely different from Milan because I'm in a beautiful environment. I'm in front of the lake. I can but everything is different because if I have a meeting in Milan, the meeting is last 1 hour, and we drink a tea or a coffee. If I have a meeting here, people come in the morning and stay until the late afternoon.
Sure. Oh,
So
yes.
everything is much more familiar, but because I always say that we organize wedding, we want to teach how to receive people at home, at your venues, at your wedding, and so I have to be the first to have guests in my home in the best way. So, for example, today I had a lunch with people with whom I have a business. Tomorrow I have an important journalist that come. So that's the reason why we don't talk yet.
Yeah. Well, he'll be back soon. So, and I know, like I said, he's also logged on and watching us live. We also have Chanda Ben Vyas joining us here from the UK, and she's saying, "I love Italy." Also, she's been conducting many weddings in Italy. So she is actually a female priest based here. So she was one of the very first female priests that qualified within like the priesthood community, and has also been to Italy a few times. So it's great to have you here as well. We also have Trushar joining us from India, so a very warm welcome to you. And in fact, he's saying Kemcho, so I don't know if you understand that, but that's Gujarati, and he's saying Kemcho, which means how are you? I know you speak bits of Hindi or understand bits of Hindi, but he's saying Kemcho, and he's joining us from India. So thank you, Trushar. We are well, and I'm sure you can see Angelo smiling away. He's looking perfect with his Nehru. You can see he's got the whole full Indian shebang outfit on as well. So he's looking extremely handsome tonight. So thank you for wearing that. We also have Shital joining us from London, and she's saying, right, here's my Italian. She's saying ciao bella and ciao bello.
Yes, it's okay. Ciao bella, ciao bella. Yeah.
Okay, I know ciao because I learned ciao, but she's saying ciao bella and ciao bello. So thank you, Shital, for joining us as well. And I'm just going to quickly go to some of the messages that have come through on WhatsApp. Let's just have a quick look here. We have a message from Pooja. Pooja is saying, Angelo, great to see you on Priti's live. Which is your favorite place in Italy for any Indian wedding?
So I am really, really in love with my lake that I consider my kingdom. So Lake Maggiore, it's in my heart because of the story of my family, because I spent here all my summer since I was born. But I always really love to organize an Indian wedding in the south of Italy. I really love Apulia, where a very rich Indian wedding has been organized a few years ago. So in Apulia, as well as in Sicily, because Sicily is the new territory. Sicily has a very, very, very old story, a long story, but it's not very so famous for wedding, for destination wedding, as other part of Italy. So I like to promote Sicily. Yes. So I can say my lake, my kingdom, Lake Maggiore, Apulia, then Sicily.
And then Sicily. So Pooja, there you go. So either Sicily or Lake Maggiore, which is home, home to Angelo.
Also Venice. I really love Venice because it's a magic place.
Oh, yeah. Venice is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have another message here from his name's Milan. Or, of course, you can call him Milan because we're talking about Italy right now. And Milan is saying that I've been to Rome, and Rome is absolutely beautiful. My wedding had to be postponed because of COVID-19. I am now in a position where I have to now plan all over again, and I am looking at you guys to plan my wedding for me. Well, that's great news. Thank you very much.
Welcome. We will be very happy. Thank you.
So thank you very much to Milan or Milan. And we will take you away from Rome because you just heard what Angelo said. And Angelo is actually saying that there's some really beautiful spots. Obviously, there's Milan, there's Rome, and some amazing lakes. And I was in Italy when I was with you guys for a very short time, but I know how beautiful it really is. And like I said, I'm just waiting for the borders to allow me to come back so that we can start planning. We have another message here from Ravi. Ravi is saying that Italy is one of my best countries, and you're absolutely right. It's very, the Italians are very, very similar to Indians. So I feel at home is what Robbie's putting here. So he's saying that, yes. And it's true. I feel very close to the Italian community there. Of course, I don't speak Italian at all, but that's where all of you guys come into play. Of course, Angelo, you speak very good Italian, obviously. You understand the Indian culture. We have Samir, who speaks 2 or 3 Indian languages, who is also in our team, and again understands the culture, but he's Indian. So bringing the Indian and the Italian culture together, me from the UK, I mean, we can make any wedding absolutely wonderful. So of course, we will be meeting up as soon as we can, and as soon as we are safe and able to do so, we will be continuing with our plans for Indian-Italian weddings. Just going back to Jasmindo saying Italy is a beautiful location for Indian weddings. Yes, it absolutely is. Samir is saying you are both my family. Thank you, Samir. And Krupali is saying love Priti Raichura. Thank you very much for sending you lots of love hearts as well. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Angelo, for joining me here tonight. It's been a great pleasure having you. And I really, really look forward to seeing you very, very soon, either here in the UK or in Italy. And I'm hoping, like I said, that we will be organizing an Italy Day here in the UK at some point, so that you guys will come over. We will talk about the beauty of Italy and why people from the UK should be taking their weddings to Italy when it's, of course, safe to do so. So thank you so much for joining me here tonight
it's
from your beautiful lake home.
It's really my pleasure to be with you. Thank you really so much to invite me in your space. And it's been so nice to see you, to talk with you, to talk with your audience. And I can't wait to come to visit you there or to receive your visit here and to work again together to some beautiful and unique wedding.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and a very good night to you. Thank you. I know you're an hour ahead, so it must be about 9:30 there. So I'm going to let you go, but our paths will cross very, very soon, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Thank you so much, Angela.
More than welcome.
Good night. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. So that was Angela Garini, wedding designer, author, joining us all the way from Italy. It's been an absolute pleasure having him with me here tonight. Angelo, you'll know, is a very famous name in Italy. And for me, I feel extremely privileged to have worked with him in Italy, in Switzerland, more than once. And today, to see him again on my screen here, it's been a real pleasure. So I feel very touched. And I know that my family from Italy have also been joining in tonight's discussion. So thank you very much to Emilia and everybody else that's been joining me on and off from Italy. Thank you, Samir, that's also been joining me, and I wait for Samir to come back, my brother, again from Italy. We also have Samuel Galanti, a photographer from Italy as well, that's been joining. So thank you, Samuel. And again, when I'm next in Italy, we shall be meeting very, very soon. But from me, luxury wedding planner Priti Raichura, I will be back again next week with some more guests. And next week is going to be another show that's not to be missed, because it's going to be some dancers that will be showing off some of their dancing skills. So we'll be doing a live demonstration. So do stay tuned. But from me, Priti Raichura, a very good night to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.